been tough to beat this Panthers side for a lot of teams. How did you rate your side's effort against them?
I thought we, good start to the game. It was sort of 0-0 there for a period of time. They sort of had the sort of ascendancy on field position. And then, just some lapses there, sort of I think 29th, 33rd minute there, and then one right on half time. So it was, it felt like we were ready for the contest there. We were sort of getting job done, but I said to the boys in there, those games, they're 12 all games going down to the 70th minute. And then you sort of work out who's going to win from there if you're really fair dinkum about these games. You've got to, that needs to be 0-0 at half time or 6-0, and you've got to be digging it in. It's a wet night, Saturday night, 7:30 in the rain. You've got to play that style of footy. It's got to be, it's 2 tries and you're in the contest, 3 tries and you win the game. That's what those games are. And we can talk about we would like to execute better and pull them apart better, but you've just got to dig in. You've got to get uncomfortable, and you have to go into half time, and it's just there's very few defensive errors. That's what the game should look like, and we just we couldn't hold on to that tonight.
Is there a reason why you can't get into that rhythm? Is it just because they were a better side, or you're not willing to get uncomfortable right now? Yeah,
they're a better side than us at the moment, so that's clear. I feel like we are ready to get uncomfortable. We just had, I didn't feel like we opened up play after play after play. I felt like it was, good contest, and then a defensive lapse, and then a try. We had that midfield one where we went past the ball and they made that break, and then we had the run on last where everything was covered. It was all pretty simple out there, and then we had one spin, one fall over, and then it was a try. So that just a couple of defensive lapses which you can't have. Those have to be. As I said, those score lines are 12-10. They're 12-8. Possibly a 14-12, and you win the game. That's what you've got to be ready for, and we just missed an opportunity to play one of those games tonight.
Trent, do you think that, we spoke a lot about improving month to month, and the way that you started this year, obviously with a lesser pre-season maybe than a lot of other teams, that this is the sort of game that come September you might use as a learning exercise at the levels that you need to be at?
It was definitely, we just talked about that, we're really disappointed with how we played tonight. But I also know we were ready to play tonight and get it on, and what is it, round 11, we don't want to use it, we want to use it round 12. We want to learn quickly about that and fix up those tiny little things that I said. The cracks don't have to be big for a team like that to take the opportunities, and we need to shut them down. Like, if we're going to be a team that we want to be, that needs to be 0-0 at half time or 6-0 at half time, and just come on. And so we need to learn really quickly, and so that was a good lesson. Whether you're disappointed or whatever it is, we need to pick that up.
Robert, you took until that first 20 minutes of the second half, you had a lot of good ball.
Yep.
How much did you feel like you missed sort of just Victor Radley's influence just in straightening up your attack and whatnot, compared to where you're a bit side to side, do you think, in that period?
No, look, it's not on. We don't need Victor Radley. We really want him back, but we're not sitting there waiting for that. We're a good enough team to pull apart oppositions. But we also wanted to. You're not looking for big opportunities at those times. You're looking for small cracks, and we needed to take. We needed to create a bit more early in the set, and then profit on the small cracks that we saw, and we weren't seeing them as much as what we wanted. But that's a credit to the opposition, and that's the second part of it. Yeah. That's the bits where you eke out 12 points. If we could have eked out 18 points with what I was talking about before, you win that game.
I think the margin was 20 points tonight, James, but do you think the margin's not that big in terms like the golfing class? Do you think you're actually a little bit closer to Penrith than what the score reflects?
Yeah, definitely. Me and Kiri said that it felt like the first half, we're in that sort of ding-dong back and forth. It felt like we were in the game, and then, just a few defensive lapses, and especially in these big games, that's all it takes. If you take your opportunities, there's not going to be many, but if you take them, that'll win the game. And yeah, we just those few opportunities they took early, and we're just on the back foot. But I feel like we can go toe to toe with them. We just as they're probably just the better team at the moment. They've done that. To start the year better than us.
Teddy, can you talk us through the situation with Jared and what actually happened there?
He just saw the penalty, but I think I didn't hear. I think he got sin bin for how he addressed the referee. He didn't tell me what was said, but that was why he was sin bin.
What did you make of? Did you actually hear what he said, Robert?
Yeah, I heard what he said. Yeah.
What did you make of what he said?
Yeah, I felt like I think there's a couple of things there. You can't speak that way. It wasn't bad, but it was he swore. So if that's there, he didn't swear at him. He didn't abuse him. He just obviously swore in that bit there, and if that's unacceptable, I'm not sure. Like we haven't seen too many of those. If there's a swear word used, if they're going off, then that's fine. And Jared's also right, If guys hit guys around the chops like that all the time, like how many 8-point tries have we seen from guys diving in the corner and getting hit in the head and all of that? That just doesn't happen. If that's James Tedesco doing that tackle, he's not on report. That's not a reportable high tackle. And then you can't speak like that.
Do you feel like Jared's getting more and more frustrated with that situation this year? Like it's been a few times this year where there's been a conversation post-match about something Jared's done, and I'm not saying he's done something wrong on each of those occasions, but it feels like it's come a fair bit this year. Like, is he getting more and more frustrated with that situation?
I think Jared's been...
Oh, it's been a while, I know, yeah.
I think it's, 2009 was his first game. So, that's if Jared does something like that, everybody's ears prick up. If someone... we had a guy get missed this week for getting concussed, and it just wasn't even really spoken about, If Jared does that, then it's a different story. And I guess that's what he felt. And I think he expressed that clearly and in the wrong way, which got him 10 in the bin. But, like how many 8-point tries, like I'd be interested in how many high shots we've seen or knees or little things like that we've seen and then had penalties. Like it just doesn't happen. But high shots do happen on the goal line.
The insinuation from Jared was that he was frustrated with Jared particularly because it sounded
felt like
there's
that.
Been history there. That he's
I can't remember any of the history there.
Last year, same game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, that's right, out at Penrith, wasn't it? Yeah, I think we've had a sin bin every game in our last 3 games against Penrith. So, that's... Jared's obviously frustrated by that and he made that clear and he shouldn't have sworn to make that point. And obviously the ref's sensitive about it as well, so he sent him to the bin.
This year's been a bit frustrating with wins and losses, but do you think in the next 4 weeks you're taking on the Sharks, the Eels and Storm and the Raiders, but will you be making any tinkering to the lineup? Will you be changing this lineup at all other than losing James to Origin? Will you be changing the lineup?
No, I won't be. I'm happy with my crew and the team that we've got, and so we'll keep marching on and looking forward to Cronulla next week and Indigenous round. Thanks.